was just 2 days after my fifth birthday. I remember the day so clearly. I was so excited to be starting kindergarten soon in 3 more sleeps. And today I was going to be Daddy's little helper. I sat right beside him, handing him all the tools he needed as he laughed and joked and smiled at me. And then he asked me to go get him a hammer. I didn't know what a hammer was, but I jumped up and I ran into that house full of that 5-year-old rambunctious energy. Mommy, Mommy, Daddy needs a hammer. And just like that, my little life was shattered, and there would be no kindergarten for me. As I ran into the house, I collided with my brother, who was carrying a pot of hot, scalding oil. I felt that oil gushing down over my clothes and oozing into my skin. I could smell that ungodly smell, not knowing it was the smell of my burnt flesh mixed with oil. I could hear those shrieks of agony emanating from somewhere deep within, sounds I never heard before, as if they weren't coming from me. My mom screamed for help as she carefully started to peel the layers of clothing from my body, taking with it burnt and soggy skin with tweezers. The scene was chaotic. The pain was unbearable. I woke up 3 sleeps later in hospital, suffering from third-degree burns to my upper body, in a full body cast after undergoing 3 skin graft surgeries. My 2 little hands were tied to the bed. I cried. I cried for days for my dad, but he didn't come. Several weeks later, he showed up, and I was so happy to see him. He drew pictures all over my cast, making me smile. But as he did so, tears were streaming down his face, and I didn't understand. I didn't know he was carrying the blame and the guilt for this trauma. I didn't know my brother was also at home carrying the same guilt and blame, wishing he had been somewhere else that day. I was now the reason for everyone's pain, including my own. My new skin, it fused with the old skin, leaving scars, scars that would forever remind me of my imperfections. The itchy and the bumpy skin had me hiding from mirrors, putting newspapers up to my bedroom mirrors. I was only 5 years old. Later in life, it had me avoiding change rooms and even swimsuits. I started getting dressed and undressed in the dark, lights off, doors locked, hiding from the world, ashamed. My self-confidence destroyed. I layered up, physically and emotionally, and I secluded myself in my room, masking my pain at times. I was not comfortable in my own skin. Now, there was no epiphany for me. There was no moment in time. But gradually on my journey, I started to realize that healing, it's not a destination. There's no magical place that I would come to and be healed. I understood now that healing is a lifelong journey, and there are no shortcuts. I slowly started to peel back my layers. I even wore a bikini. My brother, my family, my father, well, they also realized over time that being burdened down by guilt and blame serves no purpose other than choosing your scars over yourselves. We were all healing together. We all have scars, internal, external, or both, but at some point we have to choose. On this journey of healing, you must always choose you. You must be good in your own skin. I know I finally am.